So today I'm very excited to finally film my favorites for the month of September. The month flew by as it always does, and I always mention it in every video because I cannot believe how time is like flying by so fast. So this past month I found a couple new things that I have really enjoyed. Some things I had back from August that I kind of was testing out, and then they sort of made their way into my favorites for the month of September. And I feel like I had a really good month as far as beauty products. So I'm really excited to share with you what I discovered throughout September and things just that I got back in August that kind of made their way into the video. So before I show you all the makeup stuff, because I have quite a bit of makeup, I wanted to just kind of touch on a couple non-makeup related items. And the first one that I'm going to mention is a mask from Peter Thomas Roth. And I know I had mentioned, I think it might have been either my August or July favorites, I mentioned the Rose stem cell mask or whatever it's called. That one is supposed to help with like cell turnover, and then the cucumber one, which is supposed to be more of a cooling, hydrating. And part of the set that I got, which I will link to below because I did see it at Sephora this past weekend, it's like a trio of Peter Thomas Roth masks. And this one is the Pumpkin Enzyme, and at the time I had not used this mask, and I made myself use it because I was using the pumpkin or the cucumber and the rose all the time, like twice a week, and I love those masks and I highly recommend them. But this one is a 3-in-1 mask. It is an intensive skin resurfacer. It exfoliates with pumpkin enzyme and peels with alpha hydroxy acid, polishes with aluminum oxide, reveals smoother, younger looking radiant and revitalized skin. So I posted a picture on Instagram a couple weeks ago of me wearing this because it is kind of orangey, and I do have to warn you that when you put this on you will feel like a stinging sensation. The first time I used it, I literally could only keep it on for like 2 minutes because I wasn't used to that, and I particularly don't prefer stinging products or burning sensations. But afterwards, when I rinsed it off, I realized how smooth this left my skin. So I've been using, like, it's pretty gross. But as you can see, I've used quite a bit of it, and it's just like a deep kind of pumpkin color. It smells kind of like pumpkin with a little bit of cinnamon. It smells delicious. There are little bits of grains in there, so as you're putting it on, you're supposed to go in circular motions and kind of buff it into the skin. That's going to help exfoliate and get rid of the dead skin. And then as it sits on the skin, I usually just fan myself with like a letter or something that came in the mail because it feels really like tingly and very kind of, I hate to say burning and stinging because some people might find that completely a no-go, but it's not that bad. I mean, you feel it, but it's not as intense as you would think. And it says to leave it on for 3 to 7 minutes. I usually leave it on for about 5 minutes. When I rinse my skin, it feels so incredibly soft, like a baby's bottom. It makes my skin glowy, and it just makes my skin look so good. So this would be like my perfect skin secret, or one of them. So I really love that. Recommend those masks. And then quickly for shampoo and conditioner, I remembered to finally show this because I forgot to last month. I colored my hair probably about 5 to 6 weeks ago, and the gal that was doing my hair, she said that because my hair is red, it is a difficult color to maintain. It does rinse down the drain with every wash. So I wash my hair probably every 3, I push it sometimes to 4 days, which is something I probably would have never done before, but it's necessary with red color. And I was using the John Frieda Radiant Red shampoo and conditioner, which was the only thing that I found that was made for red hair. Everything else, it was just, it didn't work, and I was never happy with it. So she said that I should try Redken. Now I've been using Redken. Redken colors what I have in my hair. I've been having Redken color in my hair for well over a year now, and I'm really pleased with the actual color dyes that you can get from like the salon. But they recently came out with some new sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner. It's the Color Extend Magnetics sulfate-free shampoo and conditioner. They come in a hot pink bottle, which is cool. But this is a color captivating care for color treated hair. Now, what I noticed the first time, besides the smell, it smells incredibly amazing. It lingers in your hair for a few days. I love it. But I was always using just the regular John Frieda, and that shampoo kind of lathers a little bit. This one is sulfate free, and although it is sulfate free, it does have a small bit of lather, which I enjoy because I don't want to feel like I'm rinsing my hair with like a cream or conditioner that doesn't lather and weighs down my hair. So I like that sort of like frothy, foamy shampoos. Now, what I noticed when I use this, the first time that I washed my hair after getting it colored, I probably washed it about 5 days. I'm not gonna lie. I usually wait as long as possible after getting it done at the salon before I wash at home. And when I usually wash my hair the first time, I will always see dye in the water. Like the water will be like pink or like red. And when I washed it for the first time 5 days after coloring, it wasn't even like nothing. I was like, what? Am I washing this right? Am I doing this? I don't know. It was the most bizarre like thing because usually the water in the tub is like red. And every wash after that is still red. And I find with these, like the water is not even tinted. Not even a little pink, nothing. And my hair, obviously I have some roots, but it's still just as vibrant. A little bit faded because my hair is difficult to capture the color of the red tones because it's not a natural tone in some spots. But that was like that right after I walked out the salon. I am so impressed with this from Redken. I love it. It smells good. It cleans the hair. It doesn't weigh it down. The conditioner makes my hair feel really soft. Silky, I washed my hair yesterday and it feels so soft and it still smells so good. So if you need color care shampoo to last a while, because a little bit goes a long way, and extend the color of your hair so that you can go a little bit longer between colors, definitely check out this Redken. They make tiny bottles too, so you can try it out. Okay, so enough blabbling about skincare and hair care. I want to go ahead and get into some of my makeup items, which is what I'm most excited about. So I'm going to go ahead and touch on a brush really quickly. This little guy here is an angled liner or brow and little spoolie brush. I got this from my Morphe brushes haul that I recently posted probably about 2 weeks ago. I'm absolutely loving this. I used it for the first time like right after I got my stuff and I'm like, where have you been all my life? This little brush was 93 cents. Crazy, I know. 93 cents and it works perfect for applying my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. I use the shade Soft Brown, that's what I have on today. And I have a big gash in mine because I've been using this. I love it. I use it every day. I think that when you use the Dip Brow Pomade, you need to kind of go in with a spoolie as you're applying it. So I apply with the angled part and then kind of brush through it, apply some more, brush through it. It gives me a really nice sculpted brow, but it doesn't look like completely drawn on where you took a marker and drawn on. Because this dip brow, if you put too much on, it can look really overdrawn, but it can also look very natural depending on how much product you use. Highly recommend that you use a brush like this. This is perfect because it's just, you know, one whole thing. It's a dual-ended. You don't have to have two different brushes. Highly recommend this brush from Morphe, and I will link the Morphe website below. Another product for brows is my NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. I use the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel when I use the Dip Brow Pomade, but there are days where I don't even do my brows and I still leave the house. So when I don't put nothing in my brows, I use this NYX Brow Gel, and it works really, really well. I have really long, kind of unruly brows that have a mind of their own. You know how that goes if you have long brows, or thick brows I should say. But this brush here, it doesn't pick up a lot of product. Like I feel like it's evenly coated, but it's a little bit. It's not like gooped up with product. When you take it out, it has like the perfect amount. Like I don't have to sit here and scrape this like I would have with other brow gels. And you could just kind of comb it through and it holds your brows in place all day. I promise you, for what you pay for this NYX Brow Gel, I really can't find anything that can compete with it. Okay, so for a couple more products, just quickly want to mention my CC cream that I have been loving. I got this, I believe, back in like mid to late August, and I've been using it every single day, even when I don't do any makeup, even when I'm not filming, I'm wearing it. I'm wearing it today underneath my Laura Geller Balance and Brighten powder, which I feel like works perfectly with this. I got this CC cream because I have been searching for many, many months for a CC cream. I don't want a BB cream. I don't feel like they really do much of anything. I wanted something with more benefits. I am in my late 20s and I'm really like paying attention to the skincare that I'm using. products that I'm using, like moisturizers and also eye creams. I started using one with an SPF that's an anti-wrinkle, just sort of getting into that habit and preventing things, because 30 is a little closer than I'd like to admit. So I'm just trying to kind of get into that routine so that when I'm in my 30s, I have a good kind of regimen, and I'm like, this is my holy grail stuff that works. I have a few years, a couple years to kind of test things out before I get there, but I have absolutely been loving the Supergoop CC cream. It is a daily correct broad spectrum SPF 35, and it's a light to medium shade. There's only 3 shades, which is a big downfall for this product. However, it does, I guess it's, the self-adjusting property of this kind of makes up for the lack of colors. There's like fair light, light medium, and I think medium deep or medium dark. And I have been using this, like I said, every single day for a month straight. Every day, every day, every day. I absolutely love it. It actually leaves a nice kind of finish to the skin. It does sort of give me a very nice coverage. I don't have a lot of imperfections to cover, so that is definitely going to be different for every single person. You may have some hyperpigmentation, or you may have the most perfect skin, so it's going to look a lot different on you than it does me. I do have a little bit of hyperpigmentation from previous breakouts from over a year ago that I'm still kind of working on. They're fading with time, and I'm okay with where I'm at right now. I feel like this helps cover that, and then of course when I set it with the powder, it's perfect. But if you have like active breakouts or a lot of uneven skin tone, then you may have to kind of use this as a moisturizer and then go in with your powders, your cream foundations or liquid foundations, airbrush, whatever it is that you use. It works perfectly over this. I don't think that this makes my skin feel cakey or look cakey even when I use powders or like liquid foundations or anything like that. And I've actually used it with my fingers, which is what I usually do with it the most. But today I use a brush. I use a Sigma Round Kabuki F82 brush, which looks like this. It does definitely buff it into the skin. I feel like this is a really good brush. I'm not a fan of using my fingers, but for this I will make the exception. But I do feel like with this Sigma F82 brush, it's just perfect. So it's good to use on its own, beautiful on its own, great to use underneath foundations and powders. Love that. Briefly want to touch on some blushes. I have 2 blushes from Tarte. The first one is this light pink called Dollface, and then this kind of rosy tan is called Expose. I do have old packaging on mine because I've had these for several years. Haven't hit pan on it. It's what I'm wearing today, this Expose Perfect Rosy Tan. It's like the perfect accompaniment to any sort of fall look, because fall looks have lots of golds, maroons, berries, just bronze shades like I have on today, which I will touch on in a moment. I feel like this goes with absolutely everything that I do makeup wise. I think it's the perfect blush to have in your collection. It's not too rosy, it's not too tan, it's not boring, it's just so pretty, and it is matte, so if you have oily skin, highly recommend that you check out the Tarte blushes because they do last extremely well. It says 12 hours, and I totally stand by that claim. It lasts a long time. It's just amazing. The other one that I have is Dollface, which is a light kind of pinky, brighter kind of brighter pinky color. So I'm going to say color. And this is perfect. I wore this yesterday and I really loved how it looked over my CC cream. And it gives you that like pinched, peachy kind of pinky glow to the skin, like if you were outside in really cold months and you get kind of like that rosy color on the cheeks, or when you go out for a run. This is the perfect color. It is so incredibly soft, and you might not see it really well on the back of my hand, but it's just so soft, and when you apply it, it actually looks really natural, like it's a natural flush that you have. It's your own skin, which I love that. So these are very, very good blushes. Loving that. Quick shout out to the LORAC Lip Lustre Cream Glosses. I did a review on this, I think last week, so I'll link it below. Hands down, amazing, amazing, amazing. You have to have these in your collection. They are so creamy, so pigmented, so glossy, and not sticky. Everything you would possibly want in a gloss. It's like, oh, hallelujah. Somebody came out with a good gloss. And the one I'm wearing today is called Your Highness, and I got my set from HSN when they first released. I know that LORAC just recently released the Royal collection on their site, so I will link it below. I believe you can get this gloss from Sephora. I'm not really sure if it's only LORAC website and HSN, But if you do HSN, you do get free shipping, and it's $25 for the set of 6. So I will link the review below because these are going to be your go-to lip gloss for this fall, for the winter, for the spring coming up next year. You will love these, I promise you. You're not going to be disappointed. Then for my last lip products are these Essence lipsticks. I have 4 of them here to show you. These are the long-lasting lipsticks. I have 4 of them. I got them from Ulta. These are $2.99. OMG. $2.99. They last a long time and they are incredibly pigmented. So I'm going to start off with the ones that I have been wearing the most, which is number 06, Barely There. And it's a kind of brownie nude, very Kylie Jenner. I believe that's the one, that the Jenner sisters, like I think it's Kylie that wears this sort of lip. I swear to you, that whole like makeup look is completely played out. But I don't ever hear anybody saying that this color is like an inspired look by her, because it is. It is like the perfect kind of natural nude color with a little bit of brown, not too rosy, not too deep, just perfect in the middle. And then I've been loving the Natural Beauty, which is number 7. And I will swatch this here. And there it is. It's a little bit lighter, but definitely a beautiful kind of everyday color. Now I have been wearing this other one. It's called Wear Berries, number 09. And it's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. It's a nice berry tone, but it has a little bit of pink in it, so it's not so deep like berry like this product from NYX that's a lot deeper and darker. It's still slightly on the lighter side, but definitely wearable. So if you don't like really intense berry colors, but you want something like that for the fall, you have got to try number 09. It's really, really beautiful. And then the other one is Coral Calling, number 01. I wore this, I think, in my Wearable Wednesdays that I posted for September, where I did a look with khaki eyeshadow. I think peach and corals and khaki go really well together, and that's the Coral Calling. So you can see, really pigmented. They feel really comfortable. They're not super dry. Once they wear off, they do have like a staining effect. So I'm going to do a video review on this and try them on in the video and show you. So be on the lookout for that. Subscribe so that you can get it into your like little inbox thing for YouTube. Highly recommend those for $2.99. You can't beat it. Then, oh, my last product. Oh my god. I just did a blog post on these. The makeup gods have answered my prayers. Yes, they have. I'm talking about ColourPop. I have seen so many pictures of this company on Instagram, people posting the little pictures of the little jars, posting swatches, talking about these are just like the next best thing. So of course that's enough to get like a makeup junkie like myself to place an order. They do free shipping with orders of $30 or more. I will link them below. They shipped within 3 days. I got my products. I'm wearing most of the colors today except for this hot pink one, which is called Slave to Pink. OMG. This right here, you see that reflective, like kind of, it's so bizarre, the formula. Let me just talk about it really quickly. It's like a wet kind of cream with a little bit of a bouncy kind of moussey feel, but then when you put them on the lid, they go on and stay on like a powder. Completely bizarre. They do recommend using your fingers, which is what I did with them today. Highly recommend the fingers because they will pack on more pigment and more product. They are very, very intensely pigmented. So these are not for the faint of heart, because these are totally rocking my socks off, no doubt. So this one is called Slave to Pink, and it is just a beautiful, look at that. Oh my gosh, it has that kind of wet liquid metal type of finish to it. It's absolutely incredible. I will link my blog post below because I did a lot of pictures. They're kind of hard to capture with my camera, it just wasn't cooperating. I did lots of swatches and I did mini reviews of each color. And I described the colors on there, so I highly recommend that you check out my blog. Most of you may not even know that I have a blog. I list it always in the description box because I do a new post every single Wednesday where I'm reviewing something makeup wise, whether it's lipsticks, eyeshadows, kits, palettes, you name it, I review it on there. So I highly recommend that you check out the blog because every Wednesday, legit, I post something. I don't skip a Wednesday unless I feel like I'm dying, which, no, I still do it because I love doing it. And highly recommend that you check out my blog because I post, like I said, every Wednesday, and these are what I posted on this past Wednesday. So I would do a couple swatches here for you really quickly. Okay, so here are some of the colors. This top one here is Slave to Pink. Beautiful color. This one here is called On the Rocks, which is a beautiful bronze with like a gold and lavender glitter in it. This one here is called Animal. This is a really bright coral. And this one here, oh, OMG. This one is called Frisky. Love that. Look at that. That is just so beautiful. Look how they kind of glisten. Hopefully you can see that the way they glisten with the sunlight that's coming through the window. Just so beautiful. These are incredibly awesome, incredibly pigmented, and by far I'm so impressed because these, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, they're $5 a piece. So they have like 54 colors. They have, I think, 3 quads that you can pick already pre-made with some colors to try them out for $20. And I highly recommend them. They are very, very pigmented, very saturated in color. So if you have any of these ColourPop shadows that I didn't mention in my video, let me know what colors you own or the colors that you recommend, because I definitely want to order some more. Also, any sort of recommendations for any of the holiday stuff that's coming out, I'm going to be placing some orders here the next few days. So if you have any sort of recommendations, or if you want me to review any sort of particular holiday 2014 set, let me know in the comment section so that I can go ahead and order those. And that is it for my favorites. I will have everything listed below in the description box. So expand the box because everything that I mentioned will be there. Links to my blog, my username for Twitter and Instagram, which I highly recommend that you follow me there. It's at Glamour by Lexi. And that's pretty much it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm excited with everything that I have for September. I'm totally in love with everything that I showed you. So if you try anything out that I mentioned, let me know what your thoughts are. If you have any favorites, videos that you've done, link them below, or just tell me where your username and stuff so that I can follow you on Instagram and Twitter. Also check out your videos if you have any. I would love to kind of connect with you. And I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my favorites. And I hope that you enjoyed it and you subscribe. And I would love to have you as part of my family here on YouTube. And yeah, I think that's it. So you guys have a fantastic Friday, happy weekend. I hope that it's super fun, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.